Hi, welcome to Messy Missy Creates. This is Melissa. I'm going to work in my journal today and just sort of prep for the week. You've been hearing me say that at least the last couple videos that I wanted to prep for the week instead of doing it a week behind. So I came in yesterday. Today's Monday, so yesterday was Sunday, and I caught up on some of my, I guess I missed that one. Anyway, caught up with some of my writing and journaling, and I actually got some things completed. I guess I missed that page. Anyway, so I didn't write this, so I'm like a week behind on my writing, which for me is pretty good. And I've got a couple past days to do as far as prepping my pages, but then I'm going to prep for this week ahead. And I also last week I think just totally left me. I don't know, it went by, and I'm expecting prompt week to be this week, and turns out it was last week, from Lydia at February and June. Anyway, I don't know, so I'm gonna do it this week. I don't think it matters which week you do it, and I still want to do it. So anyway, so I am going to start by getting some ink on my pages and just chit-chatting, and then I'm gonna cut out, these are my days that I'm using. I might use some of February and June's, Lydia. She had some cute ones out on her Patreon this month, and so if I think about it, I will use some of hers as well. I did print them out, and if not, I'm gonna save them for next month. And because I don't know, if I don't get another batch drawn for next month, then I may use a mixture of this and somebody else. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So, where do we start? Well, I think I'm going to start with a marker, because I'm wanting these bright colors. It is so sunny, which is a good thing. But, like I believe everywhere else in America right now, it's really hot. I don't know how it is where you are or where you're from, but I know here it's hot and it's humid and over 100 degrees. So that makes for a very miserable day, and it makes for even just running out to your car. Well, okay, I say that knowing full well I can't just run out to my car. If you've been here at least one video, you probably know what I mean. So there's no running in my world right now. And I was trying to, I know that I am like 2 pages shy this month in my journal. So I've been trying to make up pages where I can. And so I was renumbering my pages. And let's see, 15th, 16th. I think this is where I stopped because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with our Inspired to Create challenge. I was trying to determine if I had enough. Anyway, that's not a story worth repeating. I shorted myself some pages this month in my journal. That's the meat and potatoes of that story. So, I'm trying to make them up in certain areas. And I see already that I have a mangled up mess. Yeah, I must have had some, yay. Well, orange and green, if you wanted to know, kind of make mud. Yeah. So let's try that again. Well, it's on there now, so I'm gonna let that dry. I apparently did not clean off my mat from the last time I had ink on there, and it was probably green or that turquoise blue, and what I just put on there was like a yellowy orange. So here we go. Let me start that over. Anyway, I've printed off some clip art. The other thing I'm going to do in this video, this is going to be just kind of a chatty, this is my process kind of thing. And sometimes I don't always bring you along with for this part. Well, you've seen me ink my backgrounds plenty of times. But I printed off a bunch of my clip art, my gardening and yard work, and we took a little road trip this weekend, and these are some pictures from my daughter. So I'm gonna refill my little pockets as we go, and also printed off what I knew I would need for this month. Okay, let's start with some clear water and make sure we're starting with a clear mat. Okay, let's try that again. So how was your weekend? Like I said, we took a very short road trip. It was just an overnight, and let's see, I still want this color. There we go. That's looking better already. And I don't think I'm going to try to add anything else to that. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. Can you see it? Yeah. I think I zoomed you in a hair. Anyway, my husband works right down the road from where we live. And so sometimes in order to get, you know, some separation between home and work, I mean, he literally works like a quarter or half mile up the street. Sometimes you need to just like go somewhere and spend the night. And for him to turn his mind off work and to quit answering the phone and things like that. So that's kind of what we were doing. There really wasn't a destination or a particular thing that we were trying to do. We just literally took a road trip. And we could have stayed Saturday night as well, but we decided that we wanted to go to church Sunday, so we came home for that. I'm really liking that color. Do you see how yellow it is on the cap and how orange it's coming across on the page? So I think I'm gonna kind of keep going with it. I like it. So if we like it, we might as well use it. I had used a lot of green and blue for last week, which I like that too, but I thought I would just change it up, or, you know, maybe add some blue into this orange separately. My intention wasn't to do it together, because those colors just don't mix very well. But I think it's funny how it's just got a hint of pink as it absorbs in. It could be, that's one of Tim Holtz's markers, and it's one of the distress markers. It's Spice Marmalade. So it's the same orange that I used. Actually, that is very interesting. It's the same orange that I used here, except in the ink pad. And see how bright this is, and see how light this is? Yep. Now, I might have used a little more water on this, but anyway, nevertheless, it's still, I think those distress inks get a little discolored after time, and I've had those markers for a long time. Of course, some of my ink pads I've had for a while too. But the other thing that I want to do, and I might do this on a separate video, but one thing I realized I lacked was journaling cards. Something to journal on. And yes, I'm remembering to do it on the plain side this time. But I was thinking about just doing a video, not that you haven't seen 100 people do it, but just doing a video and just make some journal cards in a couple different ways. Don't have anything specific in mind that I want to use, but anyway, that's kind of brewing in my head as a potential video in the near future. So let's see. I'm going to use this bright blue. I'm just trying to match my colors on my numbers. So blues and greens and yellows and oranges. And this is a pretty bright blue, if I remember. Yep, that it is. So let's see what that does. And obviously the more water you put on it, the more it waters down. But anyway, just, you know, we got back Saturday night and we're kind of late, and then we went straight to bed and then got up and went to church. So I spent a good bit of yesterday when we got home just I gave myself some time to come into the craft room and unpack my stuff. I did take a bag of journal, like one zipper bag of journal stuff. My journal, some markers, pens, and some of that stuff. I didn't really use them, which is often the case, but it wasn't that much to bring and pack, so I figured it better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. And because I wasn't sure what we were going to be doing. So anyway, we yeah, I'm liking that blue. I figured it would match pretty well. Let's see. How many pages of that did I do too? I'm gonna do a little bit of, let's see, where'd that card go? I just did. I'm gonna put some ink on here and kind of get that going. And then just kind of put the rest of it on here. Anyway, this is just, I think for me, this is, well, I was going to say it's methodical. It's fairly therapeutic. I enjoy doing this. It's just kind of rinse and repeat, you know. And I think it, hold on, I got ink leaking over here that I was cleaning up. Yeah, I just like to, I like to do that, whether it's with marker or, the ink cubes, right? So, I am digging for, let's see, you might not be able to hear me. I was digging for, these are just those Crayola markers. They're the super tips. They were real cheap at Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. And I think it was like $6 for a box of 50, maybe $4.90 something. I don't know. Anyway, very reasonable. And they're great for doing like lines in your journal or this right here. So no, you know, no big secret, right? Lots of people do that. Lots of people know that. If you didn't, now you do. But yeah. Oh, I love that. Love that bright green. So, might go back and add, I was trying to let some of this dry. I lost track of what page we were on, but it's okay. I'm just kind of doing and chatting, and I should have already told you, if you don't have your journal out or whatever, just kind of get it out and journal along with me, or whatever it is that you're doing at the moment. And just kind of craft along. I love to listen to videos, or, you know, I kind of, you know how you watch, listen, you know, You don't have to watch every second of this video. It's not like I'm doing, I will let you know if I'm doing anything that's like crazy new technique that you have to really pay attention to. So right now I'm just ink blobbing, right? You've seen me do it several times, 100 times, 50 times. But just getting some ink on some pages and getting prepped for the week. And I want to kind of see, let's see, 11, 12, 13. So today is the 14th, 15, 16. Okay, I'm going to try to do two. Let's see, this would be the 17th, I think. I'm going to try to do two, at least the weekend. So, oh, that might have had too much water on it to run over it with the marker, but maybe it will forgive me. Oop. This is just packaging that like some stamps came in or something like that. Yeah, if you've never seen this technique, then welcome to Ink Blobbing 101. To me, it's the easiest way to get some color down on the paper. It's the quickest way. It dries really quick. And I like that random look that it gives. And I don't always do it, but sometimes I'll do lines or whatever with like my big markers. But when I'm trying to prep the pages ahead of time, this is the method I like to use. So let's see, that was the 17th, I think, 18th. I've got some orange, I got some blue and green. This is not very orange, is it? This is nice and bright. Let me try, I have yellow. This is a darker yellow. I'll try that one. And I'm looking for an orange. I dumped them all out into this drawer. Yeah. Yep. Because that worked pretty well. That gave some good color. Let me see what the yellow does. Ooh, it's kind of orange. Okay, this one is kind of orange. We might not need that orange. Anyway, so I'm just going to try to get my backgrounds prepped, and then while it's drying, and that's why I always start with this, while it's drying, I'll be getting my numbers and days and stuff like that on there. I'll be getting that ready, and then I'm going to work on refilling my Clipart little storage pockets. I think I want some yellow on that too. Oh yeah, I love the little spurts. I don't know if it picks it up in the camera or not, but can definitely see it from my angle. Little pops of that orangish yellow. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just kind of doing this, and it's not just this week that I'm doing. I didn't get anything done for this weekend's pages, so that was what I was behind. But that was all I was behind. So here, I mean, that's pretty good for me lately. And these must just be busy months or something like that, because I think I hear a lot of people talk about being behind right now. So if you have school-age kids, which I do not, but I know our schools just started back this week. So, I think I want, I'm going to try this blue. I'm going to see if it's any lighter, because that one was pretty bright when I first put it down. Oh, nope, it's just as bright. Okay, it didn't look like it by the cap, but anyway, so But this will be my last one, I think, and then we'll kind of go from there. I know y'all probably have to get tired of seeing this process sometimes. Let's see if I can water that down. And there, oh, that worked. That worked out really well, actually. It was too, the blobs were too defined, if that makes sense. Okay, kind of like that. That one is going to take a little longer to dry. But, okay. Use up the rest of this ink, and then we'll call it good. Sounds good to me. Yep, those are going to take a little while to dry. So, still using that same index card. I probably should have used a different one. That one was still pretty wet. But that's good enough for now. I didn't intend on spending that length of time on that, but I did. So, back to my orange pages. And anyway, I'm just going to put the numbers in here, and I'll come back and, let's see, cut them out. 11th was Friday. Yeah. I think I had Friday, Saturday, and Monday. I don't know what happened to, yeah, I don't know what happened to Sunday there, but, so this would be Saturday the 12th. And these are still pretty wet. Guess I'm gonna have to cut off another Sunday. I must have already used that Sunday. Anyway, so I got home yesterday and I unpacked my stuff and I caught up. Like I said, I caught up on the first week of the month anyway, getting all my writing and stuff in. And just let myself have an hour or two just to do that, you know. Let's see, Sunday. This is Monday the 14th, which is today. I'm hoping this airs today. I'm hoping I can get it. I didn't get it videoed as early as I intended, but I had a fly problem today. I thought I had those dang little gnats, you know, the little fruit flies. And sometimes I get them during garden season, and I understand that, but I don't have any produce out. But when we got back, I thought I had them under control, and then they were everywhere. So I have been scrubbing my kitchen again. Wait, did I put Monday on? Yeah, this is Tuesday. And these pages are still very damp. I can feel them. Very damp. So, Tuesday, Wednesday the 16th. But it'll be nice to have this week where I can just, as I have things, I can just put it in here. And I haven't been caught up enough to do that yet. Oh, those are soaking wet. Yeah, I don't usually wet my pages that much. And I don't usually blend them in that much. But I did. So this month's printables there's 5 pages of them because the numbers are so big. But if you like big numbers, you might like these. I love the colors. Very vibrant. Oops, sorry. I'm just gonna set that one out there. I'm not gonna use those today, but just love all these. They remind me of sunshine. And buddy, has it been sunny. Which is normally a good thing, right? Because normally this time of the year, it'll storm in the afternoons. We are begging for those afternoon storms right now. And we are not getting them. Those are usually the only thing that cools us down, but we're still getting the same level of humidity. So that kind of stinks. So it's Friday the 18th. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go back and add something to that page. It got a little blended, more blended than I like, but it's okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and put, even though I haven't done the background, I'm gonna go ahead and put Saturday the 19th right there. And then we'll have it when we need it. So I'm gonna leave this page open to here. And going to cut out my prompts. This is again from Lydia at February and June. This is her prompt week, and it technically was last week, but I missed it. It's usually the first full week of the month. And yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say I slept the week, but actually I didn't. That might have been the problem. But it passed by, and I've been doing a couple extra, or an extra day at the clinic, and then I had a couple extra doctor's appointments this week, so, or this past week, so maybe that was what happened. I don't know. I have no idea. So, but if you find Lydia at February and June on her Instagram, she has a link in her bio that has a PDF. If not, you can screenshot the pictures that she posts. That's what I did last month, and then this month I found the PDF, or it's a Google Drive or a Google document. Okay, so Friday, but I'm just gonna do it this week. And I'm sure that will be just fine. I mean, I could backtrack and do it for last week, but then I'd have to kind of make stuff up. And I like some of these. What are the sound of nature you've enjoyed today? Time for a mental boost on Thursday. Document an affirmation. She does them on the senses, like taste, see, hear, smell, feel. So, just kind of gives you something to journal about, something to write about. And, it's just kind of fun. So, there. So, I'm going to go ahead and put those, well, when my pages dry, I'm going to go ahead and put those on my pages. And go from there. But we had, my sister went with us this weekend, and well, I don't know. I was going to tell you a story, and then I think maybe I shouldn't. Anyway, but we had fun. Yeah, here, I'll let that be the story. We had a lot of fun, and she had to leave early because of something that happened at her work. And so she came back midday Saturday, and instead of, you know, the evening or staying another night or whatever, but anyway, they had a shooting where she worked. And it was not her store, it was another store in town, but yeah. So she felt the need to go back and help with that. Oh, I already had Monday. And so, yeah, it was really sad. But, everybody was blowing up my phone, thinking, you know, because they couldn't get a hold of her and knew she was at work. And anyway, it was, you know, Just really sad. But, you know, so that always leaves you with a heavy feeling, and that's not what I'm trying to do here today. So I'm going to stop talking about that. But that's why she left early. And we decided, you know, not to stay Saturday night because we both wanted to get up and go to church Sunday morning. So we did. And then we just kind of had a quiet day after church. Oh, I did practice walking. I'm still using my wheelchair at church because it's a big church. It's a big building. And to go from my Sunday school class into the sanctuary and, you know, all over the place, it's a lot of walking, and probably more than I can do in a hurry. I probably could make it. It's a matter of making it before the church service lets out. So it's more of a timing issue and an endurance issue. So if I had unlimited amount of time, then I could walk from point A to point B, sit down along the way, and I could do it. But, you know, given that there's a time factor, because we only have 10 minutes in between Sunday school and church, and, you know, somewhere in there you run to the restroom or whatever. And so, keep telling my husband I would like to actually get there before it's over. Yeah. So, the way to do that is to practice. So, he went out to the truck after we got done with church service, went and got my cane, and he walked like beside me pushing the chair, and I walked with my cane, so we got to practice. It's been too hot to go to like a walking track. We have a walking track right down the street from our house at the extension service, and it's let me make sure I did this right before I get too far, because I noticed I mixed up my order of numbers here. But anyway, so it's been too hot to practice outside, and there's always a gym, but getting there and you know, the treadmill, I know at PT they weren't real keen on me doing a treadmill because, you know, I haven't had an actual pace. You know, because a treadmill, you have to keep up with the pace of the treadmill, even if it's really slow. So that wasn't something that they encouraged me to do at PT. So, anyway, so that leaves stores and other air-conditioned buildings, right? So I figured the best way to do it was after the church service. And I know exactly how far I need to be able to walk. So, yeah. So that's what we did. So I got some walking in, which is good anyway, just good exercise. And then we came home and I took a nap. So I was tired. I don't usually take a nap during the day. That's not usually me. But I don't know. I took about a 20-30 minute nap, maybe longer. I don't know. And it felt good, I'll tell you that. I ought to do it more often. But I don't know, do y'all wake up from a nap like feeling really refreshed? Or normally I wake up from a nap and I'm so groggy and like that drugged feeling that it's like not worth taking the nap. But yesterday I didn't. I did okay with it. I guess I just needed the sleep. So, and so while my husband was watching the race, I came back here and journaled. So, that was my weekend, kind of in a nutshell. Wasn't anything too off the wall, or, you know, nothing major, fun-wise. We did have a good trip. And you know, it was good to, it's just good to get away, I think. Clear your head and come back, reset, and start over, right? So, how is your journals going? I know I hear from a lot of you that you're behind as well. And that's quite all right. I think it's okay. You are where you are, regardless of what I think. I am where I am, regardless of what I think. Okay, it's 12/13. I just wanted to make sure I was, because I'd started in the middle there with my numbering, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't misnumbering. It's bad enough that I miscounted my pages, let alone to come in and misnumber. But anyway, Sunday the 13th, Monday the 14th. So taste. So today would be, what is your favorite movie snack? On here it shows popcorn, chocolate, M&Ms, candy, ice cream. I don't know. I might say candy. My husband would definitely say popcorn. He is definitely a popcorn junkie. Tuesday would be C. Document something you can see from your kitchen window. Well, I don't really have... Well, I do have one window in my kitchen. It's not over my sink. It's over, like, on the other side, past my dining room table. And I actually can see one part of my garden. I have part of my garden on one side of my house, and the main part of my garden is, I can see, let me make sure my hand's in the right place. So out this window, I'm in my craft room. Out that window, I can see my greenhouse, and out that window, I can see my main garden. But the kitchen window is on the opposite side of the house, and I see what was our original garden. I call it the OG. So, which original garden? So when I'm telling my husband which beds I watered or where I planted something or picked something, and I'm like, you know, the OG, that first bed in the OG garden, you know, OG1, OG2. So anyway, we have 3 garden beds out there, and then one like in-ground area. It's not huge, but it's big enough. And then I have out this window, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 garden beds out this side. So this is definitely, this was the upgraded garden, upgraded version, the expansion. And then I have about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 10 elevated raised beds that I have strawberries and herbs, and they like line the backyard fence. The strawberries do. And some of them I have right behind the house where they get a little bit of shade from the house. Have some of my herbs and things in them. It's where I plant my lettuces and things like that in the fall. Which, if it ever quits being 100 degrees, I'm going to do that. But I think this is how many days in a row of triple digit or heat advisory, extreme heat advisory warnings, I think is what we're getting. So anyway, it sounds like it's that way all over the country. Maybe without the humidity. I know my daughter is out on the West Coast, and she said temperature-wise it's hot. She said, but the lack of humidity makes it bearable. So, you know, she's in her converted bus and has no AC. So, you know, she usually chases either cooler or warmer weather depending on what time of year it is. And so, but she said it was, you know, it was hot but bearable is what she told me over the weekend. So, what's it like where you are? We don't always, I'm in Florida, but I'm in the north part of Florida. We don't always hit the triple digits like what is it, Texas and, I don't know, Midwest, maybe the Midwest, I don't know, anyway, what that area is called, but, you know, Arizona and all that, I know that y'all see triple digits a lot, I think, don't you? But, as Walter from Jeff Dunham says, it's a dry heat. Ours is not a dry heat. Ours is a wet, soaked blanket of heat just wrapped around you where you almost can't even breathe when you walk outside. So, just to go to your car, I will be so sweaty I don't even want to go anywhere. So, let alone actually go out and do anything in the heat. So, you know, I just thought about it. With these prompts, I probably didn't even have to use the day of the week because it has the day of the week on there. See, it says Wednesday. I could have put that up there where my, you know, instead of that. But I didn't, so here we are. Wow, I guess I'm not going to get to do my clip art. Because I've been yakking and inking and... But anyway, I'm prepping my week, though. So, I didn't know how long it would take me, so I guess about an hour is what it was going to take. I'm going to do this one, and then I'll cut up some of my clip art and kind of show you how I was doing that. If you're still hanging with me on this one. I know some of you like the long videos and some of you don't. And I can certainly understand that. And sometimes at the beginning of a video, I'll try to say, this is going to be a long, chatty one. Go get your journal or coffee or something. And come hang out. I know when I'm wanting like something that is a definite how-to video, I want a shorter video as well. You know, if you're in the middle of trying to do something and you forgot how to do it and you're trying to find that video that showed you where to do it, how to do it, and yeah, you might not want an hour-long video doing that. You know what? I think I'm going to put this one over here on this side. I was thinking about when I did it here that I might end up not wanting them all on that side. So I think I'm going to switch this one up. And I usually don't ever even pre-date my days or anything like that. Or pre-ink them. Or I usually do it as I'm doing my pages. But I definitely am seeing the value in having some pre-done. These still need to dry. They were still pretty wet, so I'm going to let that one dry a little bit better. I'm going to show you some of the clip art I was doing. I had stocked myself up on some, you know, the church icons or clip art, and then my gardening ones. This is kind of like me watering because we're having to water a lot since we're not getting rain. And then this is, I'm getting ready to up pot, you know, plant up a lot of my seedlings. So I got some of that ready. This is where I go visit my little lady friend and some journaling, and then this hot sunshine. So I knew I'd need some of that. This is my husband cutting grass. Well, not really, but this is what, you know, weed eating and all that good stuff. This was just, I was going to cut these out for our road trip. But what I did this time, if you notice, I made the little minis for my little calendar, which I still have not done yet. Yeah, it is the 14th, and I haven't done it yet. But I have an idea that somebody gave me, and I'll do that on the next video, I think. But I went ahead and put them up here so that when I go to use, I'm just going to cut, get them in like a straight line, straight-ish. And so as I go to use these, they're all on a strip. So when I cut that one, when I cut around this, I have the little mini that I can put on my little collage calendar. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm going to kind of put it in here just like this. And because I got to cut it out anyway. I don't always cut them all the way when I put them in here. So, and this one I'll use for, well, this one I ran out of room right here, so I'll have to cut around her a little bit. And so that was kind of my answer to you know, keeping up with my little minis. Now, obviously, it's not going to work like that every time. I did not do mini suns. I think I have stickers that are suns. So I'm not worried about that. If I need a sticker for a sun, I'm sure I can find one. So I have a weather file in here somewhere, and then this is I've got a journal file. I've got garden. Yeah, let me trim this. So garden. I think I have, and this is under activities. And then I have chores. I have fishing, garden. Here's gardening and journaling. Well, I snagged fishing too. Okay. So garden. And like I said, I can't remember if I have, no, that's journaling, not gardening. Silly girl. But I knew I needed a restock on some of my Clipart, so this is how I've been doing it. And it's been working pretty well. Now, I've been chasing my tail and behind, so I haven't, G, H, and J. I haven't necessarily been doing it that way because I've been printing things as I needed it, not printing ahead. So that's why I haven't been using those little pockets as much, or the little storage pouches, because I've been chasing my tail. So I didn't do it on this one. But see, I didn't do it on that one. But these, I'm just going to go ahead and put them in on their pages, because I know I'm fixing to use those. Okay. I'll put them in their pages. I'm not going to put them in the thing and then have to go dig them back out. Let's see where it... Oh, you know what? I don't have to cut that. This is under... I think I have this under volunteer. Wait, here's my weather and my volunteer. I did not get to go see my lady friend last week. I didn't even realize the week just kind of got away from me. And before I knew it, it was over. And, well, of course, we left Friday morning, so that was part of it. So I lost that one day. And then, I didn't lose it. I know where it went. And what else? Oh, I have more gardening. See, I put all the minis down here. I didn't think to do it until that one page. And then now I like it. I'll just put all of these in there. And hopefully I will find all the little minis that go together. And what else did I need? I think I'm going to put this in garden. I can't remember if I put it under chores or what, but I'm going to put it under garden. And then this is me trying to clean that kitchen to get rid of them dang flies. And I printed the little minis for prompt week. And I'm not going to cut this one up just yet, because that one I'm going to actually cut up and use like almost immediately. And where was I at? All right. I think I got it. Okay. see if I can glue this in. How am I doing? I am at 49 minutes. I'll tell you what, I don't know. From this end, it doesn't seem long. Maybe because I always think I'm going to get more done in an hour than I actually get done. But, like everything else, I guess that doesn't happen. So, I've had a lot of y'all commenting. I haven't gotten to respond to some of you, but commenting on don't change anything. You like my videos the way they are, and I appreciate it. I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. I know that I have some people that only watch the glue book videos, and that's okay too. There is zero requirements on this channel. I mean, you know, if you want to watch, you watch. If you don't, you don't. And I mean, it's just like me watching someone else's channel. You know, sometimes I'll go through and I'll watch every video that somebody makes, and then I might not watch them for a couple weeks or, you know, a little while, and then I'll go binge again. But some people, I watch every video they put out as soon as they put it out. It's just kind of the ebb and flow, right? And some people you gel with better than others. And so all I know to do is I do me. And if that works into your life, then I am grateful and glad that you're here. And I think you always have the option. I hear Elizabeth talking about you have the option to speed up the channel or speed up the video. I don't know that I personally know how to do that, but I have no doubt that you can. So that might be, you know, there might be something, you know, I could see doing that on like if you were trying to learn how to make a journal or something like that, and it's a long video and you want to speed it up. But I think most of you watch for the journal inspiration and the chit chat and just the camaraderie. I think for the same reasons that I watch people sometimes, just to have some company in your craft room, right? Sometimes that craft room gets a little lonesome when you're by yourself all the time. So I certainly understand that. And apparently going to be home a whole lot more since my doctor put the kibosh on my driving. So I'm not real thrilled about that. I think I had to kind of sulk for a couple days. And yeah. I felt like I had just gotten a little bit of my independence back. And now I feel like it's been taken away again. So, I mean, what was it? Just last week I was, you know, celebrating by taking my first trip to the grocery store by myself. And, you know, trying to make new milestones for myself. And, you know, I just feel like that got kind of, you know, cut short. Or not cut short, just, like I said, just put the kibosh on it. I don't actually know what that word means. Maybe I shouldn't say it if I don't know what it means. But it's how I've heard it used, I guess. Just put a stop to it. So, that's what it means to me right now. I kind of like that. I like how that turned out, even though it's a little more muted. But I like this. It has kind of the mixture of the muted and the... so that was this yellow. I'm going to duplicate that on here. Was this the yellow? I think so. Yeah, kind of an orange yellow. I'm just playing at this point. And I'll turn the camera off at some point. Not doing anything really exciting, but this is just kind of the mood I was in. not feeling very, you know, not feeling uber creative. And so maybe this is kind of what I do when I'm that way. You know, just slap some ink on some pages, cut out some clip art numbers, and, you know, I still feel productive even if I don't feel particularly creative. Like, I won't go and doodle on my pages right now or anything like that. I'm just doing the basics. I hate to say the bare minimum, because that makes it sound like it's a chore. But I'm just doing the basics, right? All right, let's see. I got that. I want to pick up some of this yellow on this one. Oh yeah, that'll look cool. What do you think about that? Just a video making journal cards or journal spaces or pockets or something. I have a bunch of these. I'll try to reach around you. I have a bunch of these like this one I can write on, but some of them are not writer friendly. Is that the right terminology? So I'm thinking about going back and backing some of those with some, like this one. This is what kind of gave me the idea. Is, remember I was doing this page on the first? Well, it had this on the front, or on the both sides, and so I just backed it with some, I dug out some notebook paper and figured I would, you know, just do a little bit of that, and maybe just to prep some, have some in advance so they're easier to grab when I'm journaling. What do you think about that? I do not have a lot of the things like clusters and stuff like that. I just kind of have made stuff as I needed it. And I think I'd rather build up a stash of that stuff so that I have it at my ready. Alrighty. So, a couple more layers of ink and that'll be a good journal card. And anyway, I think it is probably time to say goodbye. Even though I don't know, I might keep going. No, I think I'll stop with this one. This is what I have cut out. So I'll stop with this one. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else I was going to tell you. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I really had anything on the agenda for today. I just decided that I was going to come do what I was going to do, and I just was going to turn on the camera while I did it. So that was as thought out as this video was. Okay, that kind of has a different look. I like it. I think I like it. Yeah, because that's going to end up being more orange than yellow. So that will work, I think. As soon as it dries, I will put that on. And then I will have this week pre-prep. Looky there, I did it. Yay. Yay, I actually did it. Let me move that so it has a chance to dry. So, oh, I thought I skipped 17. I was fixing to be sad. So, yay, I have this week prepped. I might try to finish off the weekend. Just seeing how it's Monday and I can actually have a whole week prepped. So, anyway, I might just sit here and do that. And I'm going to let y'all go. And some of y'all have probably already said adios. But I hope that y'all have a great week, and I will, whatever the next video is, I will see you in it. I hope, at least. So, well, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next time. Bye.